Okay, so today is Monday, December 6th, and we are going to do a 15-minute realization process practice. And we're going to do the main practice of attuning to fundamental consciousness and inhabiting the body with a focus on balancing our awareness between sides so that we can maybe find a little more access or contact with both sides of ourselves and this feeling of being balanced. So you can sit or you can lie down or recline, whatever's the most comfortable. And I'll invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And if at any time during any of these practices it feels too intense or really uncomfortable or you're emotionally triggered, you can always stop. You don't have to push through. This is not something that we're working hard at, we are experiencing. And so just taking a moment to settle into your body and start to be aware of your pelvis in your chair or on your floor, your bed. Just feeling the contact of your pelvis or your lower back on the surface that you're resting on. Noticing the density of that surface. Just feeling how at this moment during this practice, you can rest into that surface and it's there for you to rely on. And bring your attention down to your feet and feel the surface that your feet are resting on. Again, noticing the density, maybe the texture of what it is your feet are on, or your socks or a blanket against your skin. Noticing how under your feet, too, there is this surface that you can rely on to rest into. And just taking a few more moments as you settle into your body and settle into the practice to just draw yourself back from anywhere you've been this morning, over the weekend, over the past month. And however you experience that, just drawing yourself back so all of you is present right now to this practice, to this room that you're in, to this chair or bed that you're on. Notice your breath moving in and out through your nose so that you feel the air moving in and out through your nose. And your inhale helps to make deep inward contact with yourself, and your exhale just releases. It goes wherever it goes. Not necessarily trying to change your breath, but letting your breath be experienced and be at ease. Now bring your attention back down to your feet and enter into your feet so that you feel that you're inside your feet. Feel that you inhabit the whole internal space of your feet, from the top of your foot all the way through to the bottom. That you inhabit each toe, through the knuckles, all the way back to the heel. that you're in contact with the space everywhere within your feet, and that you are that space. There's no separation between you and the space in your feet. And make sure that you can stay in your feet as you breathe so that your inhale doesn't lift you up and away from your feet. And if you feel that it does, just taking a few moments to settle your breath. Just becoming more familiar with the experience of inhabiting your feet and letting the breath move through that space at the same time. And now find the centers of the soles of your heels. Kind of where the fleshy bottom part of the foot meets the heel bone. Sometimes when we inhabit these center points, you might feel a slight vibration or resonance there. And just letting go of any effort to find the center of the heels. And see if you can balance your awareness between the centers of both heels. And it might require you to find the center on the left and then the right and then both, or vice versa. Sometimes we can feel that we toggle back and forth between one side and then the other. And if that's your experience, that's fine. Letting yourself slowly settle so that you can be in the centers of both heels at once. Letting go into that space. And experience the stillness of balancing your awareness between the centers of the soles of both heels. And that the movement of your breath can exist at the same time as this balanced stillness. Now feel that you inhabit your ankles, your lower legs, your knees and your thighs, all the way from the front through to the back, and out to the sides. And that the space within your feet is continuous with the space within your ankles and your legs. And attune to the quality of self in your legs and feet. A particular quality that feels like self, not an identity of self or an idea, just this quality, this feeling of self. Now feel that you're inside your hips, that you're living in the transition between your legs and your torso. And settle a little deeper to find the centers of the hip sockets. And like we did at the feet or at the heels, see if you can balance your awareness of the space inside your hip sockets so that you can find the inside of both hip sockets at the same time. And if you typically can find one easier than the other, maybe start there and just experience this resonance of being in this very center point in your hip. And then see if you can go to the other side. Notice if there's anything that can be let go of to settle into the center of the other hip socket. And then inhabiting both hip sockets at the same time. And sometimes by being in the center of the hip sockets, you may feel a slight resonance in the centers of the soles of the heels at the same time. You don't have to leave your hips in order to feel the heels. It may just spontaneously arise. The centers of the hips and the centers of the heels are within the space, and that space is within you. And then feel that you're inside your whole torso, your pelvis, your midsection and chest, all the way through to the back of yourself, out to the sides. Just feeling like you're filling your whole torso with yourself. Experience that you're living in the internal space of your torso. And again, that you are this space. Now feel that you're inside your shoulders, this transition between your torso and your arms. And settle your awareness right into the centers of the shoulder sockets, deep within the center of the shoulders. And balance your awareness of the space inside your shoulder sockets, just like we did at the hips and the feet. And seeing if you can, with ease, find the inside of both shoulder sockets at the same time. And experience the stillness of this balanced mind, this balanced way of being in the shoulder sockets. And experience your breath moving through the stillness without disturbing it, that they both exist together. Now feel that you're inside your arms and wrists and hands all the way to the fingertips. And attune to the quality of self inside your shoulders and arms. Now find the centers of your palms. And again, finding the center point through that feeling, that possible slight vibration or tiny resonance. And balance your awareness of the space inside the center of both palms. And maybe even noticing that by being in the center of both palms, you automatically feel a resonance in the centers of both shoulders. Again, we're not trying to feel that or fabricating or working to feel it, just noticing. Now feel that you're inside your neck, your face, your whole face, forehead and eyes, cheeks and nose, mouth and lips and chin, your jaw, your ears, and feel that you inhabit your whole brain. Now feel that you inhabit your whole body all at once. That this internal space is continuous from your head and face, through your neck and shoulders, all the way through your arms, your whole torso, the whole volume of your torso, your pelvis into your hips and legs, into your ankles, feet, and toes. And just taking a moment to experience this internal unity. And that you exist everywhere within the space. Just taking a moment to extend gratitude and compassion to this space and to yourself. And when you're ready, gently bringing your awareness back to your feet on the floor and your pelvis in your chair on your bed. And just letting yourself relax into the space as you let go of the technique in your own time whenever you're ready. And I thank you for practicing together. And I also acknowledge you for showing up and being with yourself in this way today. So thank you for that.